Okay, looks like I'm back. I know that there's a lot of background noise that will go away soon. I'm just gonna wait a little while. Get some people. Can't wait for the streams to make it to both YouTube and Twitch. Pretty much the end when you get to the ship. I'm still wondering. This might still have to do with the Dwemer territory or the Dwemer age, but this is kind of like aside from when the Dwemer first found Aduin and Alduin, and also when Hermus Mora corrupted their city. I'm gonna make as best of the history as I can, but Vysen is pretty much a hardcore Skyrim fan, so he really ties in the lore. I know we're ultimately going to deal with the Black Owl, but everything on the side lore kind of shows how he loves the general lore of Skyrim. First, let me get everybody in here. Should be everyone. Okay, so you could look at the Dwemer logs. With Mora broken, sent to the eastern, finally caught the site of Snowthroat, knew that something was near. Again, it was a world eaters walking that broke the shore first, shouting doom and lose, both Thane dragon and his first clutch of sons. So it's kind of like showing the story of how the Dwemer first sighted Aduin, and as well as the dragons. So from what I can understand is that they're currently running from the dragons when this all happened. And you have this. Ismor shouted as he landed on the shore and shed off body like scales. His dawn broke and the sailors woke. The isolation, the joy snow, the sound of creaking wood returned to Yigmar. Now the wood might be a not a joke, but I mean it might kind of give a hint to something that you'll see right now, and it does have to do with the Black Owl. Dawn was past before deleted. The northerly dragon cried out. The world leaders, waking, had already reached the shore, and so had no choice but to sink deep into the snow. Continued. Counted that the first to board the ship was his destroyer, Exmoor, returned. And then here pretty much is the moment of truth, where you have to deal with the Black Owl. And he will be on this side. But this is This is pretty much it. This is pretty much him. This is the Black Owl right here. He was a woodland man who was taken in by Hermus Mora back in the day, and has always been stuck here. He's been reaching out to the Dragonborn through the actual owls that you saw, and of course his offshoots that were pretty much sent to communicate with the Dragonborn. So that was pretty much the owls and the human-like person that was communicating with the Dragonborn during the Glen Moral series, and that's how he communicated. And of course, his owl self that he communicated with the Dragonborn at the beginning of, or not at the beginning, but at the end of the primary part of Unslaad, and then of course towards the epilogue, which is now. And then he'll reveal his name, which is Ho-Ho-Laugh. Pleasure to meet you. Ah, no. This is not the first time we've met, is it? You seem familiar. Who are you? You're behind the Black Owl, aren't you? How did he manage to escape through the seal? I've come here to learn my dragon name. You know it. Let's go with you're behind the Black Owl, aren't you? No seal is perfect. Water memory and ice is therefore like a library to us residents of Acropobia. Apocryph, I can't pronounce. When we walk through the world, our mind can escape the seals. However, I could not escape fully. But if you are here, then it seems my offshoots have done their work, which was the Black Owl and the human form of him. You don't seem to share thoughts and memories with your offshoots. Remember Glen Moral? No, unfortunately, all I can do is observe the tides of fate and plan accordingly. But that alone could have been enough of a threat to you already, such as the nature of mortals. You seem familiar. Who are you? My name is Ho-Ho-Laugh. I am the woodland man born from the void of the Elder. That was scary. Lord Hermus Mora has gifted me with personality and allowed me to call myself a demi-prince. You should be honored to have an audience with me. What's your real purpose? Observing and guiding your fate. That was one of the tasks I was given. It all began long before you were born. And you have created a great amount of knowledge. My lord will be pleased. I've come to learn my dragon name. You know it, don't you? Yes, Lord Hermus Mora ordered me to hide the name of a certain dragon, a name you are to inherit. A name that should be forgotten by history, lest yourself get forgotten along with it, and yet you still seek it. What are you talking about? I have been protecting you from oblivion all along. You too must be terrified of being forgotten. Now, vow to give your all to Lord Hermus Mora, and I shall teach you the name of the dragon. Not of the name of the dragon, but your true significance. Alright, at this point, this is where you decide what ending you want. So, one of the two bad endings is to obliterate, is to kind of like defeat the Black Owl, but not really with your shout, because he'll always be reincarnated by Hermus Mora. The worst ending is to summon Aduin and completely devour him. And it just completely depends on how much you hate the Black Owl. Glen Moral, utterly depressing story. Horrible things that have happened, and yes, you pretty much were listening to the Black Owl all along until you make your decision at the end of Glen Moral, which of course is not finished yet, but it would be a choice to either go to ending D, which is to continue to listen to the Black Owl and make your wish upon the star, and pretty much become the roadside guy, the roadside man that you find back in Skyrim, or acquire all the curses, go to ending E4, which is acquire all the curses and key items to where you interrupt his offshoot, which is the Black Owl's offshoot, which you pretty much well known in Glen Moral as pretty much that guy with a mask, but that's pretty much his offshoot reaching out. You interrupt him when he's about to interact with Laza, or not Laza, but Lama. I think that Lama. I can't really remember the name, but that completely takes out Hermus Mora's influence. Or if you can control yourself, I don't know if it's control yourself, but if you could see through everything that Hermus Mora is trying to get through to the Dragonborn to make the Dragonborn swear his allegiance or herself to Hermus Mora, you can just defy all odds, ignore your dragon name, ignore your purpose, and 3. It's been enough. I forgive you for everything. You are free. And these two go to some of the worser endings. 2 is the absolute worst, where you summon Aduin and devour him. 1 is bad. Pretty much you allow your anger just to get to him, just wanting to destroy him, but not for good. And then 3, you completely forgive him. So we're gonna go with that to get to the true ending. Ha ha ha. Are you out of your mind? You'd free me just like that? It's not like you. Don't know what my offshoots did to you. Everything in Glen Moral. I don't understand what you're thinking at all, but yes, I would love to be freed if that's what you desire. And he might be saying something here, but the dialogue's stuck. If he is, it's a shame. The name you once entrusted to a man called Eric, you have made a foolish choice. You'll come to regret it. I'm gonna have to screenshot and then post it. But you saw right there pretty much what the name was. So he'll say that you will regret making that decision, but we're gonna find out what the Black Owl does once he's free very soon. So then after that, you're gonna head over to what looks like the bow area, but you're gonna be taken somewhere else. And yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't see the entire dialogue there, but I will screenshot it and post it. And I'm still trying to understand what part this cave part is. It has to do with some kind of history with the Dwemer, I think. But I'm just going to interpret it as it goes through. It is very cryptic, and this is just like Bison. All of those noises that Bison makes. And I thought this was cool, seeing all the history like on the floor right here. Really creepy too. I'm still wondering what it all means too. It could be Bison's lore, it could be Skyrim's lore. Obviously, he's trying to show that there was some kind of a conflict. I don't know from what era or what, but he's telling some kind of a story. I do wish I knew what it meant. I'm hoping more for it. At least more of the birds. And then here's the battle again. Looks really cool too. Still wondering what it all means. I think this has to do with Moloch Ball as well. Because there's the floating fish. It's in the shadows. Before he became Moloch Ball. Really cryptic with bison. Really cryptic, yeah. And it could also be with some of my ignorance of the Skyrim lore, but I know that bison is very big on the Skyrim lore. He can tell you almost everything about it. I've been waiting for you, Yesmar, king of dragons and men. You've been born of this cave and have returned at last, the first dragonborn. Today you've regained the scales of Yxamax and have become the dragon in truth. I think that was the name that the Black Owl said. Do what your heart tells you. Let it take shape in this cave. O king without a throne, on Nirn, please have mercy on the shadows of this world. Choose an offering to the shadow of Shore. Would you like to offer the wound of the shadow of Shore? And then I'll go ahead and give the spoiler alert. But your heart, this is kind of part of the worst ending. If you give your heart, you gain a status called immortality. I've already tested it. You're not exactly immortal, but you're pretty much choosing to go down the path of becoming the next Moloch Ball. Hercule will tell you that you're going to be slowly getting corrupted, and in the next X number of years or so, like next 1,000 years or so, I guess that's why the immortal is there. Because you're choosing to live forever, or for a long time, you'll eventually become the next Moloch Ball. Your dragon soul, this is pretty much if you don't have any dragon souls left, you give your dragonborn soul, you'll get a different reward, but you will be stuck with a status permanently called Sore Throat, and that'll pretty much extend your cooldown on all your dragon your shouts. And then of course, all your dragon souls, this is probably the best you can do. The best thing that you can do. If your only penalty is losing all your dragon souls, and you don't take any permanent effects. So I'm gonna do that. And I don't know who Shower is or what that has to do with it, but I'm pretty sure there's more important lore to it. I will eventually find that out, though. You're smart. Today you have accomplished something small yet great at the same time. Has anything changed? Nothing's changed. Closing the shadow hole cannot heal Shore's wound. Nothing will change as long as time continues to flow. But at the end of time, someone will inherit your greatness. This will be a beacon to day will truly come. Will we ever see beyond that? Will we ever see beyond that? Does the new world truly need us? We are fate of the forgotten, but what we leave behind will remain, only in a different form. Ishmar, I am proud to have served you. You are a clever man, however grateful I wish I were. And then this is where you end up, pretty much right before you take a dive to Unslaad. Or Unslaad. Sorry if I keep pronouncing that. So lovely, so beautiful. As I thought, I hate it. But now, all I can feel is envy. And here, yes, is the Black Owl. I never knew while I was trapped under the ice. I just told myself that the sacrifices of Adra was meaningless. So yes, you're gonna see the Black Owl here. He's gonna be overlooking Skyrim. Pretty much overtaken by its beauty and pretty much everything that he missed. So you have the option to talk to him. You're a cruel person. There's no punishment more terrible than this. What are your Black Owl offshoots up to now? They're no longer under my control. I'm trying to make plans to go on without me, but they will fail. Might be a mistranslation. My lord gave me a personality of my own, but in the end, I too was nothing more than a puppet. Eventually, my offshoots will realize this too. Do any other woodland men remain? Ismar's warriors hunted down most of my brothers. Any of them remain? There aren't that many. Some haven't even sprouted yet. This is good news for you, isn't it? You won't have any issues with them for long. You've already gotten your retribution. You're free to do whatever you want. Yes, I planned to do that at first, but I'm done. Now that I've seen this world again, I've given up. The more I think about it, the more I feel I could have been part of this world if only my Lord Hermus Mora had participated in its creation. It boggles my mind. Then, what will you do now? There's a story I've been ordered to keep a secret, but instead I'll entrust it to you. It's my own little rebellion. And yeah, this is pretty much why I thought that this is a very beautiful ending.
A warrior expects nothing,
and
therefore
you
is
pretty
ready
much.
for anything.
I know I might spoil a little bit before I read it, but this is pretty much what the Black Owl does. He just stays here, and as far as his intentions, I'm going to read that for you right now. And again, some of these names might be in the Skyrim lore that I don't understand yet, but this is why I thought that the ending of Unslaad was so beautiful. So, Ysmar, the Forefather, Volume 4, which will tell Ysmar's ascension to Aetherius. Sorry. At the end of his life, Ysmar had ruled the people for over 1,000 years in the time before history, the time of myth, sought a burial place and dealt befitting a king of men and dragons. He summoned his champions and men-at-arms and asked them, where can I find a burial place and death befitting a king of men and dragons? The first housecarl stepped forward and said, go east where the ocean touches the sky. The second bowed humbly and said, go west where the sun kisses the earth. And then a third said, go north to the very frozen tips of Nirn to a tomb of ice, sorry. And the fourth, south of the pillars of smoke and fire. But Yismar, king of men and dragons, whose greatness preceded time, despaired and said, I've traveled the whole of Mundus and conquered many peoples. But where will I rest my head? If I rest to the east, or to the west, or the north, or the south, I will only cause division. The local peoples will claim my tomb as their own. They will say, Yismar is our king, for he rests among us, and my children will fight amongst themselves and divide my body among them, sending my head one way, my hands another, and my feet and my mighty heart. From among the Thangs and housecarls, a young man, not more than a boy, whom of them had seen before, then dared to speak, bowing low, and said, Then do not go anywhere on Nirn, but go to the sky, where you can watch over your peoples. Yismar, king of men and dragons, liked this idea, he said. But boy, how will I reach the sky? Is there a mountain or a ladder built by men that can reach so high? And the boy said, There is no such thing, neither mountain nor ladder nor staircase, but I know of a place, a single stone. This is the path to Aetherius. Where can I find this stone? Cried the king of men and dragons, intent on ascending to the sky. Follow me, the boy begged. Yismar summoned all of his champions and housecarls and told them how he was intended to end his life by ascending to the sky. And all of them, every one, agreed to follow him to the place where the boy led. And when they reached the place, they found, as the boy promised, a single stone. And Yismar, who was by now very old, laid at the foot of the stone and was taken up into the stars. The champions and housecarls looked up into the heavens and saw their king, the great warrior, riding across the sky, and he was accompanied by 3 servants, a lord, his lady, and his mighty steed. And the champions and housecarl all pledged to guard the valley and the way to Aetherius. By then they looked for the boy who had shown them the way. He was nowhere to be found. After that, you can talk to Hoholaf or the Black Owl again. How did you like the story, Yismar? You can either say that you didn't understand it, or you could say it was a good story. It helped. Thank you. Good. The stars may become forgotten, but they shine no less brightly for it. In time, your ladder will hang in the sky's rim. And then that's pretty much it. That's the end of Unslaad right there. And then my interpretation of what the Black Owl means is that this is, I don't know if this is the stone itself, but he plans to somehow ascend on his own and just not be anywhere on Nirn, but instead watch over the Dragonborn, and I will show you that in a second. From here, you can go ahead and go elsewhere. You are at the Greybeard's, I don't know, castle or temple, whatever you want to call it. And then I'm going to show you what happens after that. So, let's say, let me first eat up. Where should we go? I'm going to do this just because I enjoy this.
Can I help you?
I'm going to go back to Unslaad and just check on Ulyss and Liz. for one of their dialogues. I'm kind of hoping like dialogue like this will appear post Glen Moral, like when you get to the E4 true ending. So, really, just somewhere to go. Let's say that you go back and want to see the Black Owl again. Check my Discord messages real quick. Somebody posted something on a server, which I don't see, so let's keep going. So you go back and you look for the Black Owl. And then this is all that remains of him. Pretty much like a woodland man, he becomes a dead tree, and then an explanation will show right here what happens. It seems Hoholaf has given up on his loyalty to his lord and chosen to dissolve his ego instead. However, his branches still point in certain directions as if there is still some of his will left inside. The seeds sown by Hermus Mora must be lying ahead. Pretty much, since the Black Owl can't truly die because he's part Daedra, he instead gives up his ego and becomes pretty much this dead tree. However, as part of his rebellion against Hermus Mora, he points out where Hermus Mora's influence is starting again. And pretty much as bonus, I guess bonus levels or bonus quests of Unslaad, just like you have with Liz, Ulyss, and Jacoby, you can take them now with the Black Owl, or Hoholaf, whatever you want to call him now, since you now know his name. So this is pretty much him pointing out, hey, Hermus Mora's up to it again. He's starting his crap again. Stop him while you can. That way the cycle won't start again. But yeah, like I said, these are bonus quests, and I'll give you an example of one. Hunt down the woodland man at Serpent's Bluff. I don't think I read that right. Let's see where it is. What else do I have after? I have almost something else. Oh, that's Kaiden's. Okay, Kaiden's not here yet, so we hunt down one of his woodland mans, and pretty much what this is Hermus Mora creating the new Black Owl, kind of like. And the current Black Owl is pointing them out to where you can stop him while you still can. And I'm not saying that this is like I'm not saying that this is a never-ending story. This is more, to me, just more of a bonus quests. But if you think about it, yeah, Hermus Mora, he's of course a Daedra, so he's always gonna be there. And I certainly hope there's not a dragon here, because that's going to be annoying. Yeah. What the hell is this? Wait, what?
Enough! No more!
Boss.
I yield!
Is that our boss? The dragon? Yeah, it sure looks like that. Alright. Sleep deviation. Seen a dragon that was named like that before.
But the people here work hard and don't cause trouble for anyone.
To where Black Owl directed us. And it should take us to a dungeon. So this is obviously an undiscovered dungeon. Oh, and by the way, I gave up all my Dragonsouls. Well, I just got one back. Very friendly. They certainly don't look friendly.
Close enough. That's close enough.
Oh well, we're coming in. Yeah, of course.
That's my god.
Serpents love red doubt. Red doubt, that's what we say. Oh, I love love.
Time to dance the spears.
Never should have come here.
Good job. Dot. Yep, it's some kind of a dungeon. I think it's always a dungeon too. Oh, skull.
I knew I would find you.
I've had enough. Went pretty well. Considered.
Where'd that guy come from?
Something up.
Alarms would sound. So. And I hear one of those, what do you call them? Hagras or something? Those wings. Sure, a lot of traps here. Dang, somebody really. This is a sick experiment. there she is. Ow.
Yourself get surrounded.
Now to find out how to get in. Of course, it's on the other side of the gate, which I can't get through.
The Forsworn are as wild as wolves. Practice those old magics. So some folks say.
Well said, Brand. Very informative, too. How do I open this darn gate? Oops. It's not another one. Oh, this lock is annoying. Just hit it. Sword's empty. Oh wait, maybe it's that. What the hell? Is that even blood? Here it goes. And then that's what you're looking for. It's just sad it has to be a strange bunny, but that's kind of like what it's hidden as. And because I really love bunnies, but yeah, it's disguised as a strange hare. And then there you go. And then that's what it is, just a simple hunt down of one of these things. Pretty much a woodland man. And I think the quest ends there, but you could always go back to the Black Owl and check. Hey there. I pretty much got done with the true ending, and I'm just showing the bonus quests. But it is gonna be... I wish I could get... I guess I have to go back to Unslaad. And yeah, I know I'm right in front of here, but... You go back to the ledge where you saw the Black Owl. I think the quest already ended. Oh, it's fine. Yeah, I see you. Yeah, I should have put something on the top of it, but that's fine. And then yeah, you could go back to I guess what was the Black Owl. And yeah, if you want to pick another, if you want to do another bonus quest, he'll give you another one. But it'll pretty much be at a random dungeon, and that's pretty much what it is. So, story-wise, he's rebelling against Hermus Mora to give you hints of where Hermus Mora's corruption is starting again. You need to go track it down. But that's generally it. So, yeah, that's kind of like. I mean, I thought that the end of Unslaad, this true ending, was very beautiful because the Black Owl kind of like rebelled against Hermus Mora after you free him, and yeah, just wants to ascend and just watch over you from there on, and just tell you where Hermus Mora is starting his shenanigans again. But yeah, that's it. So yeah, I think that's gonna be enough of Skyrim for
What can I help you with?
this weekend. I will go back to playing as Lelanoa next weekend, continuing
Can I help you?
Legacy of the Dragonborn. I do not know how far I'm gonna get with Legacy of the Dragonborn because there's so much of that museum that I have to fill up. But I want to try to get as much done before I pretty much end that save. Once I end that save, then I'm gonna probably be on Hades on Skyrim again until I get the urge to play the updated version of this mod list, which I still hope works.
Let's get going.
It worked when I went into character creation, and I'd love to play it again. I'd love to especially play it with an updated version of Glen Moral if Glen Moral gets finished.
What can I do for you?
But yeah, that I'm very excited about. So, I think I'll probably install Coda on the
We've
new
stopped. What is it?
on the new mod list, which will probably be something I'll be starting sometime next year. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. See y'all. I will be playing some tabletop with some friends tonight, so you can stay tuned for that. Otherwise, I'll see y'all next weekend.